speaking of things that the media does not like covering, the media loved covering a couple weeks ago when President Trump said, "Hey, Columbia University, all of that money that the federal government gives you, that's going away unless you make some big changes." Columbia has bent the knee to the Trump administration and said, "Hey, here's all the things that we're going to do to ensure that we get that money." Now, Mason, I'm really curious about your thoughts on this because I live in California. You live in
Mhm.
California in the arts world. A lot of people in the art community are lefties, but they're sane
Yeah.
lefties in a lot of ways. Do you think that this capitulation to the president is the university presidents, Columbia, but also many universities around the country, kind of again deciding that, well, yeah, we need to enforce the rules? Do you think the university presidents were overtaken with their crazy protesting Hamas loving people and are finally looking for an out and are finally like, "Oh, this is great. We're covered here to be able to call the lefties what they're call the protesters what they are?" Or do you think the presidents of these universities agreed with the students? Does that question make sense? Like, it kind of feels like sane lefties are getting some cover now to be sane effectively.
Yeah, I think they are looking for an out. I think kind of what you were saying. The arts are very left leaning. I think that's changing. I think a lot of more right, kind of like leaning artists are coming out, or maybe they just see how far left the left has gone. They're like, okay, we need to pull back a little bit. So I think you're right. I think these professors saw a way out. Obviously, you know, you can't you just can't be supporting terrorists and stuff. I mean, it's pretty, again, another very cut and simple, like, yo, it's just not gonna fly.
Yeah, supporting terrorists bad.
Yeah,
Thank you for
exactly.
that wonderfully obvious insight. Hannah, you're obviously much closer to this college age and college world. How much do stories kind of like this and seeing what's going on in college campus impact your day-to-day life and probably the very near future for you?
Yeah, man, I remember just traveling to a lot of these college campuses across the country, even heading into the 2024 election and talking to these college students. I mean, these are literal indoctrination camps, if I've ever seen an indoctrination camp, from elementary school, some 5, 6 years old to 24, 25 years old. These young people, these students are being indoctrinated with all of these leftist ideologies. And the thing that is the irony of the whole situation are these, Palestine, pro-terrorist protests that they're having on these college campuses. Is they have these signs stating queers for Palestine or feminists for Palestine, which is an oxymoron if I've ever seen an oxymoron. I've been down to the West Bank. I've seen what the Gaza Strip looks like. These women are oppressed. There is no such thing as a feminist in the Gaza Strip. There is no such thing as a gay person, because I can assure you right now that if you claim to be a homosexual or a gay individual in the West Bank, they will kill you. That is what they say in their Quran, and that's what they stand on. And if you want to be a woman with all of this woman power, you're not going to be free, and it's not going to fly in front of these Islamic terrorists. It's common sense, like Mason just said. We should be calling them out for what they are, and it's insanity to see these judges, these college faculty members, all of these people across the country push back against common sense moral standards in our society. But this is what happens when you reject God, when you reject morality. You're going to see consequences like this, including an entire generation that is just brainwashed.
Laying down the hammer, bring it, Hannah, love it.